I chose Rumpole of the Synonym Line because I feel like it has a really powerful message at the end, particularly about family, togetherness, and the importance of that. And I think a lot of students, especially here at AI, have come to rely upon not only their family, but their friends as another family. And I think it's really important to establish that those are your roots and your foundation. So I think it's a real powerful message that everybody can learn something from. Rumpole of the Synonym Line, my play, is it's about two strangers, people who seemingly don't know each other. They meet in a setting that's uncomfortable for both of them, it seems. And they make do with the situation at hand. This man, the main character, Graham, he has been convicted of a crime that he really hasn't done. He doesn't feel like he's done a crime, and his lawyer is trying to fight for him. However, the whole time we're kind of torn between how these people are reacting and how they're reacting to each other, and there's something going on here that I don't think we fully understand until the end of the play, which there's a bit of a twist at the end, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But I think we learn a lesson in the end that I think is very powerful and means a lot to me and hopefully to you as well. It's a difficult process to direct yourself in a play because you can't sit back and say, okay, well there I am, here's where I need to be, this is what I'm doing wrong. I have to get a feel for it on stage. I have to kind of put myself in two places at once and think, how's the audience looking at this? How are they seeing this? While simultaneously trying to remember my lines and act and react. There's lots going on. So filming it, I think, is going to be a powerful tool for me to sit back and say, well, how do I look on stage? But I'm kind of just using my roots to say, I've done this before. I know how I look on stage. I can picture an audience out there. I can picture what they see. And I think a lot of the roots I have in the experience I have in theater is really going to have to come across, especially for me to direct myself. I've done it before, but not to this extent, and I really, I'm hoping it comes across well, because it's a balancing act, is what it is, and I'm trying to find a happy medium, and so I hope it comes across. However, this has a subtle undertone of a very serious issue I think we all relate to, and that's sometimes you forget about family. Sometimes you're so caught up in other things that you forget the importance of family and who got you to where you are today. And so yeah, I want my audience to laugh. I want them to say, oh, there's some funny bits in here. There was some time spent, trying to make the audience laugh. But I want them to come away with this thinking, you know what, even though I go to work every day, even though I'm busy with school, I'm graduating, I got a whole career ahead of me, I want them to think, who got me here? What's really important here? And if I lost all of this today, what's going to be the most important? And I want that to come through, and I want family and friendship really to be something that the audience comes away with a better grasp on. So yeah, it's a funny play, it's a dramatic play, and I really want the drama to come through, and I really want it to, and hopefully it will. you be the judge. But so that's what I want you to get away from this.
Graham?
Why do you call me that?
Because that's your name. Please sit down.
Oh, yeah.
You made it in all right?
I'm late. I missed the train.
But you're here now.
It was on the station as I was walking up. I saw it there, but I just couldn't get there in time.
Nonsense.
My legs. They're too old.
But you're here now.
Old.
Nonsense. And that's the reason why you've come to see me, the reason for your visit. You don't mind, do you?
Mine?
If we get right to it, I have a 10 o'clock.
Oh, no, that's fine. I understand.
I mean, it would be great to chat and catch up, but 10 o'clock.
No, that's fine.
Well, it's, as you said, your problem is trains?
I don't have a problem with trains.
Then they have a problem with you.
The only problem I have
This was faxed to me this morning.
is that I missed one this morning.
It's from their solicitors.
Now, when I was young, I'd have caught it.
These are serious questions.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump, I'd have been right on. Yeah, right.
10 o'clock. Now, if I'm to understand correctly, you boarded the train at 9:45 p.m. last Tuesday.
Yeah, I was getting off of work.
You're still at the golf club?
Yeah, on Tuesdays I stay till they finish the watering.
Now, you entered the carriage in which Mr. Grant was seated.
No, that's not right.
It's not.
No, I got on at Erskineville. He didn't get on until the next stop, St. Peter's.
Are you absolutely sure?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it does change things.
Yeah.
Now, you sat next to Mr. Grant.
No, he sat next to me.
But why? Why in a completely empty carriage, with every other seat open, would he choose to sit next to you?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted some company.
In an otherwise empty carriage.
Listen, I don't know. He wanted to sit next to me.
Now, you're already drinking at this stage.
It was only a beer.
It's still alcohol.
They gave it to me at the club. I was hot.
It's still against the law.
But it was only... you're 10 o'clock.
Thank you. Now, you're already drinking at this stage. What happened next?
Well, I could see him sort of staring at me out of the corner of his eye. He was watching what I had in my hand, the beer. He was watching me bring it up to my lips. He had these little crinkles on his forehead, and he was sweating.
And what did you do?
Well, I figured he was thirsty, so I asked him if he wanted some.
If he wanted some, what were your exact words? Please be precise.
I don't know.
Please try.
Well, he was sitting next to me, so I turned to him and I raised the beer up a bit and I pulled down the paper. It was in a brown paper bag.
You pulled down the paper.
Yeah. And then I said to him, I said,
Yes.
Yeah, you look thirsty. Would you like some?
You pulled down the paper.
Yes.
And you said,
You look thirsty. Would you like some?
you are aware that it is illegal to drink on trains.
Well, it was only a beer. Listen, I don't see why this is such a big deal, really. I mean...
Mr. Grant is an alcoholic.
An alcoholic?
He was a recovering alcoholic.
Oh.
He had just spent 3 weeks in an expensive treatment facility, paid for by his employer, and was on his way to a meeting to celebrate 3 weeks of going without, which is meant to be some kind of landmark or something.
Well, I guess that's why he didn't have any.
No, not then, but the thought of that beer you offered stayed in his mind. When he got off the train, he didn't go to the meeting as planned. He went straight to the nearest bottle shop and bought 2 large bottles of vodka, which consumed within the next several hours.
2 whole bottles?
After that, he managed to find his car. I have no idea where it was parked or how he managed to find it in his inebriated state. He drove it home, except he mistook the front path for the driveway and drove straight into the living room.
Oh.
Destroyed the car and the living room. His long-suffering wife, who had up until then given him one more chance, said enough was enough, promptly filed for divorce and took the kids. Well, that sent him on a real bender. But 2 days later, he finally showed up at work. His boss took one look at him, fired him right on the spot. You know what he did? He attacked his boss, pushed him down a flight of stairs, breaking his jaw and both his legs.
Well, you probably should have taken that beer then, huh?
This is not a joke! Do you think this is a joke?
No, it's not a...
Mr. Grant is suing you for the job, the car, injuries to his boss, emotional trauma to his wife, kids, his own personal suffering. It is going to rack up to millions of dollars.
But I wasn't driving the car.
You were drinking on the train. train. You were not meant to be drinking.
But now he could have seen anyone drinking.
Mr. Grant says he knew how sensitive he was to the sight of alcohol. So he planned a route to get from work to the meeting without being confronted by people drinking.
Well, then he could have bumped into somebody on the street.
But he didn't. And even if he had, all he had to do was reach the safe sanctuary of that alcohol-free train, and he would have been fine. But he wasn't fine because of you and your one little beer. That's what Mr. Grant says.
Well, is that what you think?
It doesn't matter what I think.
Well, it matters to me.
10 o'clock.
Fine. So what do we do?
In cases like these, I usually try to countersue, but I have absolutely no idea what to countersue him for. All he did was get on the train.
Well, that's all I did too. Listen, this isn't my fault. He sat next to me.
As you said.
I was just minding my own business.
Yeah. Yes, you were.
Minding my own business, and
And he sat next to you. He initiated the contact.
yeah.
He sat next to you. You had the reasonable expectation that he would sit somewhere else. But he didn't. He came over to you. That's why they said that you sat next to him.
But I didn't.
Yes, this might work. This lunatic, this antisocial animal, this alcoholic blundered over to you, nearly fell on your lap. He violated your personal space. He harangued you until, in self-defense, you finally gave up the one possession you had, your one can of beer. He had it coming. He got what he deserved.
He just sat next to me.
And for that, he will pay. All right, at the papers. Then we'll see what.
Well, are we gonna be all right then?
Maybe, maybe not, but there is some light at the end of our very, very dark tunnel. And if nothing else, it'll tie them up in some red tape until I can think of something that will.
Yeah. Well, all right. I guess I'll be saying goodbye now.
Thanks for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Give my love to Mom.
Your mother and I haven't lived together for 2 years, Claudia.
Well, I know. Well, maybe you should give her a call, Dad.
All right. Well, I'll still see you for dinner tomorrow, right?
Of course. We'll work on your boat.
All right then.
Miss Davids? Miss Davids, you're 10 o'clock.
Oh, 10 o'clock. Yeah. Show her in.
Are you all right?
Claudia?
Hi, Mom.
Hi. You ready for brunch?
Yeah, just getting my papers together.
Good, because I've been a little worried about your dad. I wanted to talk to you about him.
Me too, but everything will be all right. You know what you two need? You two need to see each other again. I saw him this morning. He asked about you.
Dude, what'd he say?
Well, he brought you up and a whole bunch of other shenanigans.
Oh.
I had originally stumbled upon this script while I was searching through Alex Brown's plays on the internet, and I didn't instantly like fall in love with it, if you will, but like I read it over and something about the two characters in there like caught my eye, so I read it over and over again, and then the more I read it, I was like, the more I started seeing it in my head, and I was like, this would be funny. So basically, it's about a guy who who wants to, find a girl, and none of these girls are taking him seriously. And
Turn the Other Cheek is about a guy who's down on life with women, and he needs someone to lift him back up. But the person he chooses to lift him back up really doesn't care. Co-directing, it has its pluses, but it definitely has multiple minuses. Me personally, I have a lot of ideas about everything. If I could have a major at every, a degree in every major in the school, I would. But he also does, since he's in film. So our ideas clash a lot, but it's for the greater good. But I think we came out on top for the most part.
oh my gosh, we're like, where can I start? He'll think that I need to say something this way, and I'll think I need to say it that way, and then I don't know, it usually ends up coming out. He's right, but like
there's a lot of tussling involved. There's a lot of phone calls. Rehearsals are terrible. There's too many phone calls and smoke breaks, and I don't smoke, and I turn my phone off. So there's only one person, who I could be referring to. There's a lot of bickering. We've been told to quiet down by our roommates quite a bit. There's, like I said before, there's been fist tussling, and there's been elbows, there's been lost teeth, there's been a lot of sweat, but it's like the Super Bowl, those things happen, but there's a celebration after.
because it's gonna be able to tie into the characters, how they don't really see eye to eye already. So we're only doing a 10-minute play, and as much time and work that's needed to go into this 10-minute play, it makes me realize and maybe appreciate the theater a little bit better, you know what I mean? Our biggest challenges so far have probably been the schedule.
Definitely the schedule.
The schedule, I work 6, 7, 8 days a week. When I'm not at work, I'm at school most of the times. If I'm not at work or school, I'm sleeping, because that's when I only get the chance to do it. So we get to practice about once a month. So no, I'm just kidding. We practice as much as we can, but the number one challenge has got to have been
Getting me to act.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to get you to act. Yeah. He didn't want to do it at all.
See, where do you get that?
You told me.
I did see. This is where we got to this point where you told Eric that you couldn't find me. I'd never told you that I didn't want to do it. I just said I didn't want to act, and you took that as he doesn't want to do it anymore. I need to find another actor.
Well, kinda. You said you don't want to act. That means that I got to find someone else to be in it. You didn't find no one else to be in it. Like, hey, I don't want to act, but I got a buddy right here who wants to act. You just said I don't want to do this.
That's right.
Would your biggest challenge so far be this interview?
The
Not
biggest
for
challenge
me.
so far would be this interview right here.
Not for me. We kind of just dove in head first, and preparing for the production isn't as difficult as it may seem, considering the fact that we live together. Yes, we live together. We're not gay, but we're around each other all the time. So preparing for the production wasn't really hard. The props were kind of hard to attain. But I don't know, what do you think about the preparation?
I think it went rather swell. That's what I think. I'm wanting the audience to, laughing and everything, which hopefully happens, which I think will, because like he was saying, ours being the best that it is, it's pretty funny. I want to laugh out of it. I want to get people to laugh. So. But
there's a moral to our play. If you're having issues, serious issues, call the right friends, please.
I think what he's trying to say is it's going to be funny.
gonna be good.
It's gonna be real good. Or it's gonna be bad. Hopefully it's not bad, but I think it'll be good. There's only 2 possible outcomes here, so.
I'm gonna go here. Not really.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail box of Albert Gibbons. I currently cannot come to the phone right now due to the fact that I am not home or I am unavailable. If you could please leave your number, I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hi, Albert. This is your boss from the United Dairy Department of Human Resources. I was calling because you haven't showed up at work the entire week. I need to know what's going on. Thank you, and give me a call back. My extension is 152. Thank you again.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail box of Albert Gibbons. If you could please leave your number, I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Albert, this is Montgomery. I've been calling you all week, and you ain't answering not one of my phone calls. I don't know what's going on, but you got some questions to answer, buddy. Call me as soon as possible if you want your job, because I'm looking forward to hiring someone else.
Hello? Help? Hello? Oh, hey. Sorry, dude. Thought you were someone else. What's up, man? Yeah, go ahead. Come on up.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm giving up, man. I ain't going to work no more, and I'm definitely done with women.
No, you need a date. And how long has this television been on?
That's not what I want.
What you want doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
How are you going to tell me what I want doesn't matter?
Because it doesn't.
What, you want me to keep wasting time going to work and wasting time on all these girls that obviously don't want anything to do with me? Forget that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The next time I meet a girl, I'm just going to walk straight up to her and ask her straight out. We're going to do it.
Won't work.
How can you be so sure?
Because I tried. It had the reverse effect.
Oh, yeah? What'd you say?
I could never date anyone who would say something like that.
Well, she must just not have been attracted to you then.
Might have been. Some attraction takes time.
That's not true. Attraction is instantaneous. She wants you. I want her. It's just like that, you know.
That's something you say.
It makes sense, don't it, stupid?
No, it doesn't.
Making me all messed
A
up
woman
again.
sees things differently. She has to actually date you first to know if she likes you. Smart woman.
Well, let me tell you. They don't.
It's because you're not giving them time.
Time? How much time do they need? I swear, if I get one more cheek rammed in my face at the end of the night, I'm just gonna get. Oh. And the way they do it, they don't even act like there's the slight option that there might be something more. I'm pissed.
What do you expect?
Well, I expect a little bit more than a big fat cheek rammed in my face at the end of an evening.
So why exactly don't you get second dates?
Well, I'm not too sure, but pardon my French, I think it's because they might all be bitches.
How many girls has this particular occurrence occurred?
I hate it when you do that.
Do what?
Try to sound all intelligent.
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
And did I?
Did you what?
Sound intelligent.
You know you damn well did.
Are these stale?
Probably, they've been there for a minute.
Okay, back to what we were talking about. What are you doing?
I'm looking for the list. Here it is. The list of delightful young women who have all gave me their cheeks at the end of the night.
Can't be 38.
Oh, it can be.
It can't be.
It can be.
It can't be.
It can be. Look.
Albert! It can't be that many. 38?
Yes, we've got, for starters, starting with the A's, Allison, Annabelle, Ann, Belinda, Christine, Deborah, Deborah's friend? Yeah, Deborah's friend.
I don't think they count if you can't name them.
Yeah, if you remember them, they count. You got Eli, Eve, Evian, Fabian.
Fabian?
Yeah, Fabian.
Who? Oh, Fabian.
Yeah, that's her name.
It's a nice name.
Yeah, she's a very nice girl with an even nicer cheek. We got Georgie, Jamie, Louise, Jennifer, Jessie, Jessica, Leela, Lisa,
Bonus.
Laura, Liz, Luis.
You already said Louis.
Yeah, well, there's 3 of them.
Great.
Yeah, you didn't let me finish. Luis 1, Luis 2, and Luis 3. And Luis 2 wasn't just content with turning the other cheek. She wanted to make sure I got the message loud and clear.
How do you know?
Well, after our date, she sent me a text message. Let me read it to you. It says, "Thank you for last night, but unfortunately I would never like to see you again." And she really wanted to make sure I got the message.
How do you know?
Look, she sent it twice. And check this out. There's a picture of her giving me the finger. And look, there's more. Look, that's her mother, mooning me from her porch.
Hold on. You left campus to go to her house, and she mooned you. Why were you on her porch?
Well, I wasn't on her porch, I was hiding in the bushes.
Why were you in the bushes?
You know, a little undercover work, that's all. Anyway, where was we at?
The M's.
Okay, that's right. We got Marnie EY, and then Marnie IE, Mary, Megan.
There were some very unusual names on this list.
Shut up! Naomi, Octavia, Patricia, Rebecca, Rachel, Septa.
Septa?
Yeah.
Septa's awfully unusual for a name.
Well, she was Muslim.
Well, that's your problem right there. You know, that whole, towel thing?
Well, it wasn't that much of a problem. She was a bikini model. Without the bikini or the towel, anywhere.
This sounds like a very interesting girl. I think I should meet her.
Yeah, not in this lifetime, buddy.
I'm the star wide receiver. I can do what I want.
Oh, I see. Well, we got Tani, Tracy, Troby, Ursula, Wilga, Yvonne.
There are some very unusual names on this list you have.
Yeah, well, they all end in the same letters. CHEECK.
You're an idiot. CHEECK.
Oops.
What the hell is that? Were you trying to spell cheek?
Toying with my dyslexicness.
That's what happens when you don't go to class for 3 days.
Sir, you know what I meant.
CHEECK.
Yeah, cheek. I spelled it wrong.
Moron. Get out of the way!
Oh, my bad. Anyway, and then finally... Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to get my hair in your way. Finally, Virginia.
Finally, Virginia. You finally finished. No Z's?
Well, I mean... Wait a minute. Do you even know anybody with a Z for a name?
Zena?
That's X, you dumbass. Give me my game. Get out of my chair.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, it's 38. Please get out of
We've
my
all
chair.
given you.
The big cheekaroonie. Yeah, that's not to mention the other 5 girls that didn't make the list.
It's because they kissed you on the lips.
Actually, no, it's because they shook my hand.
So let me get this correct. You took a woman on a date and she shook your hand. Albert, what the hell is wrong with you?
Man, you're meant to be sitting here trying to make me feel better.
It's not working?
No?
Alright. I have an idea.
I'd rather just play my game, thank you.
I think this will make you feel better.
What?
Kiss me.
Kiss you?
Right here.
On the cheek?
Yeah, here.
I kissed 38 girls' cheeks. What makes you think a guy's cheek's gonna make me feel any better?
Just try it.
Buddy, we're close and everything, but I don't know. You want me to kiss you?
I think this will make you feel better.
How is kissing you gonna make me feel better?
Try it. Serious.
Right here?
Right here. On your cheek.
Right here.
Right here. Try it. What could it hurt?
I guess, man. This is kind of weird.
Right here.
You gonna tell anybody about this? I don't know if I want anybody to see this, man.
Just kiss me. Right here.
I can't do it, man. I just can't kiss you. It's
You know what, Albert? If you don't kiss me right now, I'm gonna go get Coach Dickens, and we're gonna go down to the field and play target practice with you. Kiss me. Right here.
Oh man! Ah! Why would you do that? Ah! God, man! I think I'm seeing stars down here. Oh! Oh! God, dude! I think I need to go to the hospital. Ah! Oh man! Everything sees fluid. Ah! I haven't felt this bad since my mom hit me in the head with a frying pan. Oh my God! You got a hard head. What's in there? A steel plate? God, man! Ugh! What are you doing?
Hello? Yeah.
Who is that?
It's Prudence.
Prue?
From downstairs.
Tell her I'm not here, man. Tell her I'm not here.
Are you serious? I tell her you just got smacked in the head with some sense. Now answer the phone. Are you gonna talk to her?
Give me the phone.
Okay, here it is.
I really hate you. No, not you. Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah? Yeah, me too. Just sitting here bored and got nothing to do. I'm actually kind of busy. I'm writing my thesis for my my molecular rainforest statements. And, I got a lot of what?
Is this yours?
You gonna sit there and eat all my food too?
You're on the phone.
You got no respect.
I just got out of practice. I'm hungry.
What, you wanna... right now? Sure, I guess. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. See you then. I gotta get my...
What happened?
I gotta put my sock on. I gotta put my shoes on.
No, what happened?
That was Prudence,
What'd she
as
say?
you may have known. Thank you for answering my phone, by the way.
Don't mention it. What'd she say?
She says she wants to go bowling.
You're going bowling? You just got mooned on a porch, and you're going bowling?
I'm not worried about that, man.
I think you should call your bosses back.
You know what? I still got enough from last week's paycheck. I think I'll be alright. Catch you later, man.
You smell disgusting.
Kiss my ass.
Lucky 39, I guess.
I chose the play Currency Press because it was just light and funny and all about seeing something and watching as this one guy trying to be, you know, like the good guy trying to be bad, gets the script completely flipped on himself without even noticing. And in such a way that it's complete reverse psychology. And all of my exes, and even my current boyfriend, they all had this obsession with psychology. So I figured it was finally time that the woman comes out on top in a case of reverse psychology. Currency Press is about a man who is a playwright, and he sends a script to this agency 6 months and 3 weeks ago, and he's so obsessed over it that he goes as far as kidnapping someone who works for there, just so he can do a play reading. And in the middle of all of this, the woman has no idea what's going on. She just wakes up in some strange place, no idea where she is, who she's with, who this guy is. And he offers her a play reading, and she's just sort of flabbergasted, like, really? You want to do this now? Rehearsals are interesting because I'm not only directing this, I'm acting in it. And my boyfriend is my lead male character, and it's just the two of us. So not only am I trying to direct an actor, but I'm trying to direct my boyfriend without sounding like a raving lunatic and like I'm trying to run his life. I'm just trying to basically show him, you know, what's working and what isn't. And he's been really, really good about it, you know. When I go, no, 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 that is not what I told you. He doesn't look at me like, excuse you, lady? He just, okay, sorry, how was it? And you know, he's also bounced ideas back to me on how my character could be better portrayed in this. For like bargain basement theater, when you have no money and you're trying to pull off like a realistic scene, I don't so much count on my props as I count on these characters to literally bring to life not only who they are, but where they are. Really, it's all about using what you have at your disposal. I think I've only bought maybe one thing for my entire play, and that was the rope. Like, that was all we needed. Everything else was just, oh, we're gonna need this, what can we use that's like that? So, working with Zach, not just telling him what he needs to do and leaving him to figure it out himself. I've been, you know, trying to sort of show him what I've been looking for and like what will be expected on play night. So with that, I've been trying to get him ready, and sort of both of us are shy. Like, we may not seem it, but we are. So the prep is really all in doing it over and over and over again. Just getting it down and trying our best to really understand it. I hope the audience gets out of this that subtlety is key. You don't always need to go barreling in like a bull in a china shop. Sometimes playing politics is actually the perfect way.
And a laugh or two wouldn't hurt.
Oh yes, and there is comedy to be had.
Damn. Damn. She's waking up. Damn. No, this is good. We can talk. I'll tell her it's all a big mistake. I'm very sorry, and it won't happen again. You hit her over the head. You hit her over the head hard. No, sorry for that. No, wait. No, this is good. She's in pain. Well, at least she's not dead. She could be dead. No, this is good. Alright, tough and cool. Tough and cool. Wake up, bitch! I called her bitch. Don't call her bitch. No. Tough and cool. That's right, bitch. I said wake up.
My head hurts.
Tough, but bitch.
No, I mean my head really hurts.
Damn.
You hit me with something?
Tough and cool.
Are you talking to yourself?
Shut it, bitch. or I'll make you shut it.
Did you just call me a bitch?
Yeah, you bitch.
Where are we?
You don't need to know.
Who are you?
I'm the guy that kidnapped you.
Am I being kidnapped?
Yeah, you are. Bitch. How do you like them apples?
Did you just say apples?
Oh,
What is going on?
Didn't sound good.
And now you're talking to yourself again. What is going on?
Is that an S? I can't see it.
No, it's a 6. 6. See?
Sorry, it looked like an S.
Well, it's not.
What's the other one? Is that an epsilon?
What's that?
Epsilon? It's the Greek alphabet.
No, it's not Greek. It's 3. The number 3.
So, 6, 3.
Yes.
6, 3.
That's it.
Is that how old you think I am?
No! 6, 3. Months, weeks.
6 months, 3 weeks.
Yes.
6 months, 3 weeks?
That's it.
So what?
Oh, come on! 6 months, 3 weeks.
Does that have some kind of special, I don't know, like significance?
Yes.
Which is? Is that a real? Oh damn.
That's right, bitch. I got a gun. A real gun. And you better wise up and play it smarter. You know what's coming. Bitch.
I wish you'd quit saying that.
Bitch?
Yes, it's quite hurtful.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, wait, no, I'm not sorry. You bitch. You bitching bitch of a bitch? Yeah, bitch. Take that.
Who are you?
I'm your bastard, bitch.
Bastard bitch. Okay. So what's your name?
You don't need to know that.
You don't look very threatening, you know.
Well, what if I stand like this?
No.
How about this?
No.
Alright, fine, how about this?
I wouldn't pull the trigger if I were you.
I'll pull it if I want to, bitch.
You, don't want to. So, nice gun. Where'd you buy it?
The internet?
Really?
Yeah, from a supplier in Newcastle. There's lots of gun suppliers in Newcastle.
Is that so?
You can also buy bullets.
You bought bullets,
Yes.
but you didn't actually put them in the gun?
No.
You're not a very good kidnapper, are you?
Yes, I am. I mean, I can be. I just gotta follow my script. See? Wise up and play it smart. Shut it, bitch.
Is that a script?
Yes.
Which you wrote?
Yes.
Are you a writer?
I'm a playwright. And I sent you the script 6 months and
3 weeks ago.
And I never heard anything back.
Did you do all this just to get your play read?
Yes, but not just read. Seen. That's what I'm doing. I'm Cole. And I kidnapped...
Me?
No, not you. Somebody like you.
It's not very good.
Yes, it is.
No.
Alright, fine. I'll do some more.
Why are you giving it to me?
Say your line.
You want to do a play reading now?
So you can see how good it is.
I can't hold the script.
Alright, fine. I'll put it on your lap.
I can't turn the page.
Alright. Yeah. I'll untie you, but you have to pretend like you're still tied up. I mean it.
Ouch, that pinches.
Alright. Now from there.
Shut it, bitch!
No, that's my line. From there.
You're trying to scare me. You're just trying to scare me.
Mission accomplished.
Who are you?
I'm the guy that kidnapped you.
Are you a man with a gun?
Yes.
But you're not the man who uses that said gun.
I could be.
Then you haven't made up your mind. There's hope.
It's evaporating. Quickly. I'm going to kill people. Lots of people. I'm going to start by killing you.
You don't look like a killer.
Oh, and what do killers look like?
Not like you. So, you haven't killed anybody yet.
You don't know that.
But you said start by
Kill. It's hard to say, isn't it?
even harder to do.
Maybe.
Still not very good.
Yes, it is. Alright then, Miss Smarty Pants. You show me then. What do kidnappers say?
You want me to show you?
Please.
May I?
Sure. Alright, show me. What do kidnappers say?
Get in a chair.
See, that's a cliche.
I said get in the damn chair.
Still a cliche.
Sit down.
Alright then, Miss Smarty Pants. You show me then. What do kidnappers say? See, this doesn't even make any sense. Why would my character allow themselves to get tied up?
Shut your mouth.
It's not as good as my line. Shut it, bitch. It's a much better line.
I said shut your mouth.
Still not as good.
Where are the bullets?
Why would my character tell your character what to do? Dramatic plausibility. That's what you're missing. There's no dramatically plausible reason why my character would tell your character where the bullets are.
Found them.
What are you doing?
Loading gun.
Why are you loading the gun?
Why do you think?
You're trying to scare me. You're just trying to scare me.
Mission accomplished.
Who are you?
I'm the woman with the gun. And bullets.
But you're not the woman who uses the gun.
I could be.
Well, then you haven't made up your mind. There's still hope.
It's evaporating. Quickly. I'm going to kill people. Lots of people. And I'm going to start by killing you. You don't look like a killer.
Then what do killers look like?
Not like you. So, you haven't killed anybody yet.
How do you know that?
You said start by
Hard to say, isn't it? Kill.
even harder to do.
Maybe. You see, it does work.
You know, you're right. That's actually pretty good.
So you'll publish my play?
No. I would if I published plays.
But you're Celeste Gordon from Currency Press, aren't you?
No. I am Cerise Gorman from Regency Press. We publish gardening books. Well, I'll just go.
Why?
I'm going to call the police.
You're calling the police?
Don't worry. I hear jail does wonders for a writer's career.
That's true. I mean, Jean Jeanette wrote The Maids in Prison.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna go.
Oh, don't bother. We're in the warehouse district. Warehouse B, lot F.
Thanks. Hey, you think you got a cell?
In my bag, yeah.
Thanks. I'm just gonna go and give them a call.
I'll be right here. Hey, tell him to use a GPS.
I hadn't directed theater in a long time, and when I first came up with the idea to start a theater troupe here at AI, I wanted to do comedy. Comedy is the shortest form you can work with. It's entertaining, and we don't have a theater program here, so I wanted to do something that I thought the students would have fun with, and as an audience would enjoy. So one of the reasons that I chose Boys at the IHOP was the contrast in horror and comedy. The story is about Dracula and Wolfman sitting at an IHOP at 4 a.m. deciding what they want as a late night snack off the late night menu. And you know, when you think about it, every time I mention this to somebody, they think it's hysterical. They think it's a great scene to happen. And when Scream came back in the mid '90s, when the movie Scream came out, it kind of reinvented the horror franchise to show, you know, you can have a little comedy in there as well. So when I saw this play, I thought, this is perfect, because several years ago I hosted a late night horror host show where we would host monster movies and it'd be kind of all cheesy and schlocky, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I thought, what a better way to revisit the horror genre than with Dracula and Wolfman and their clueless waitress and a little bit of a guest star at the end that you'll see when the night progresses. Rehearsals here are just like anywhere else that you would expect. It's mayhem, it's chaos, and it's organized chaos. You have to be very good at organizing when you do anything like this, especially at a school where they don't have a theater program. You do have video production, you deal with actors that way, but you know, you still kind of deal with multiple actors on a stage here. And what makes it challenging is there's no class for this, there's no curriculum. Everything that you see tonight and this entire weekend is done for the love of the art. And a lot of times that's all you have is the passion of the actors or the passion of the directors, and you really got to give them a lot of credit, because that's what the key is: charisma and organizational skills in being savvy enough to turn a bargain basement night of fun into this wonderful bouquet of magic. We have no budget. We're skimping together with pennies and light bulbs and chewing gum, and in the end, we want to have something we want to be proud of. So one of the biggest challenges is trying to do an evening like this, make it presentable, make it enjoyable, and remember, you're still dealing with students, so you still have to sit back with a lot of patience. And all the student directors have to sit back with a lot of patience. Now, that's something I've worked with students for years at different universities. I've learned to develop patience. But when you have students who are directors who don't have that kind of patience, it's kind of fun trying to teach them and kind of giving them that knowing look like, yes, I completely understand what it is you're dealing with. Yes, I understand. It's very painful having to understand that all of your actors canceled on you at the last second. Yes, I completely identify with that. For me, it's something that I expect that. You know this stuff is going to come out. You know that this is going to happen. But for the student actors, I give them all the credit in the world, because as first-time directors, they're not really ready to deal with community theater just yet. And that's exactly what we're doing here, community theater. So there's no paychecks, there's no grade, there's nothing you can hold over the actor's head except your own charm, your own charisma, your own organizational skills. You kind of say a prayer and hope for the best. The Boys at IHOP is a wonderful play because it deals with Dracula and Wolfman sitting down, and it's a wonderful play written by Carl Williams. And I like the play because it's not something you would expect. And it's comedy. I still think the toughest art form to pull off convincingly is comedy. You know, every year at the Oscars, you see people win Oscars left and right about drama and tear-jerkers, and you know, they take an eyedropper and put some tears in here, you know, and that's great, and I think it's a great form to do. It's tough to pull off a tear-jerker, but let me tell you, it's even more difficult to pull off comedy, to invoke a response of happiness, of laughter. I think Jim Carrey is long overdue for an Oscar, and I wish the Oscars wouldn't overlook comedy. And they tend to overlook comedy because it's not really taken as a serious art form, but it should be, because I think comedy is the most difficult form of art, especially in acting, to invoke you to laugh, to burst laughter through your senses, and it's a hard thing to do. So, you know, The Boys at IHOP were done with a lot of comedic timing, a lot of dramatic pause and comedic wit. I think my acting crew of Topher Putnam as Wolfman, and Jason Holzheimer as Dracula, and Junior Jackson pull off a great kind of ditzy IHOP waitress. And I think it's a good play to watch. It's a lot of fun, and you're already familiar with the characters. They already have an established ground base. You already know who they are. So you don't have to go through the usual, here's who they are, why are they important kind of scenario. You already know. It's Dracula and Wolfman. I have an extensive background in theater, and I've had an extensive background in making movies and television and things of that nature, especially with students. And the students keep me young, to be honest. They keep me young, and it's a lot of fun to still see that excited student look of, yeah, I'll direct a play, or yeah, I want to be in a play. And you're not nearly dealing with the money aspect and the financial this, and I'll do it for X amount of dollars, and you know, this kind of stuff. It's still fun at this kind of level, and that's one of the reasons I still love theater at this level. I've acted on stage before, I've acted on screen before, I've had a lot of fun with it, and I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. That's the bottom line. So while the students are learning, and while they're learning how to deal with dramatic pause and organization and leadership skills, the bottom line is, do it because you enjoy it. Because I've worked as a teacher and a faculty member and instructor at different colleges and universities, and here at AI I do the same thing. You kind of know what to expect. You've kind of lived every student excuse in the book. You know, you come to know that not every play, not every production is going to work the way it should, you know, and you kind of understand, yes, there's going to be problems, and you have to recognize those problems. And how do you prepare for something like that? Knowing there's going to be problems, knowing that it wouldn't be a play or a production if something didn't go wrong. And a lot of these first-time directors, I'm trying to kind of pound it into their heads. It says to let them know that, listen, not everything's going to be perfect. You gotta have a sense of timing, you got to have a sense of morality, you have to have a sense of ethics, you have to have a sense of what's right and wrong, a sense of timing, and you have to be a good leader. And to pull all of this off and cross your T's, dot your I's, say a prayer, and hope that it goes well. So that's kind of what we deal with when you put these productions together. So if someone asks you, how did you prepare for this? I'd say, very carefully. What I hope that the audience gets out of watching The Boys at IHOP is just a few laughs. I think that there needs to be a little bit more laughter in the world, and that's just me. I'm a jovial person. I like to laugh. If I couldn't laugh, I would die. I have to laugh. And I think one of the things about Boys at IHOP is it's theater of the absurd. It reminds me of the old Batman TV show with the Biff and Zowie and Zam, because it doesn't take itself seriously. Dracula and Wolfman sitting at an IHOP and deciding what they want from the late night menu as a snack. All right, picture that. And most of the time when they're ordering from the waitress, Dracula's eyeing up the waitress, and Wolfman's like, "What, are you doing this again?" kind of stuff. "What's wrong with you?" And Dracula's like, "Well, you look very charming, young lady. I think that you are a beautiful young woman. What is your name?" And the waitress says, "Mary. I'd like to have a Bloody Mary." And Wolfman, instead of like winking at the audience where we all say, "Okay, that's funny," Wolfman is the antagonist there, and he's like, Dracula's hitting on the waitress again. So when he's like, "Oh, I'd like to have a Bloody Mary," Wolfman kind of gives a look like, "Are you kidding me? Really? In a restaurant, at an IHOP, you're going to pick up a waitress?" So there's a lot of comedy in that, and I think that that's what I want the audience to enjoy. I want them to laugh and have fun and say, this is just a lot of fun to watch. And hopefully we can inspire more people to become members of the AI Theater Troupe so we can continue for as long as we can keep it afloat.
See anything you like?
Oh, nothing I could sink my teeth into. What a lousy night this has been, huh?
No luck,
You have any idea how fast people can run these days? Hell, if they're wearing Nikes or Reeboks, I don't even bother.
But aren't people frozen with fear when they see you?
You kidding me? Seems like the only people out this late at night have got tattoos and piercings and spiked collars, or tattoos or spiked collars. It's disgusting.
I know exactly what you mean. I went for somebody's throat the other night and nearly chipped a tooth.
Hi! Welcome to IHOP. Look at you! Been to a costume party?
Now what do you mean by that?
The charming young lady, she's referring to her attire.
Let me guess. I bet you're a Wookiee.
A what? What did she call me?
I believe it is a creature from Star Wars. It is a science fiction movie. Chewbacca.
He's are big and furry and cute and lovable.
Cute? Lovable?
For someone who's been to a party, you're really grumpy.
Don't mind him. He's had a rather bad evening. On the way over here, he got mooned.
My boyfriend took me to a costume party once. He went as the Lone Ranger, dressed up in the whole outfit, mask, and gun, and silver bullets.
Silver bullets!
I went as Tonto. But next time, I want him to go as Batman, so I can be Robin.
Batman? Comic book character. Now, if you want to know who the real Batman is...
please don't get him started.
Perhaps we should go ahead and order.
I'm not hungry.
Are you feeling well? Maybe you're catching something.
On the contrary, my dear, he hasn't got a thing.
I don't get it.
There are some things in life better left unknown. Things I wish I'd never seen.
Well, let's start shop with something to drink.
It's an excellent idea, Miss.
Oh, my name's Mary.
Oh, geez, just some water for me. Oh, and a bowl.
And what way do you like?
I believe I would like a Bloody Mary.
Oh, please.
I'm sorry, but we don't serve those here.
What a shame. Just bring me some tomato juice then, and I will use my imagination.
All right, I'll remember with your drinks.
Stupid little girl.
I find her quite appealing. Her vitality of youth, I could almost see it coursing through her veins.
Well, forget it. Well, you don't think she's gonna go out with you, do you?
Some women are attracted to older men.
400 years older?
We will see. Oh, I remember the girls of Transylvania. So lovely. We used to go out into the woods and knit. It was a little joke, Nick. You should laugh.
How can I laugh when I'm doomed?
Well, we're all doomed. There is no reason not to have a good time. So, put away that I don't look.
Don't you ever feel guilty?
Guilty for what?
You know, for what we do to our victims.
Victims? We give them a taste of immortality.
You have no shame.
The secret to my eternal good nature, my friend.
How can you even look at yourself in the mirror?
Well, I can't.
Oh.
Which makes it very difficult to comb my hair.
Alright, here we go. Water.
Oh, thank you.
And a bowl. Some tomato juice in the box. So, have you decided on what you want to do? Well, tonight our specials are pretty limited. We have some stuffed French toast, lots of
What?
I believe I have decided what I want to order, but what would you recommend?
Well, if you're having a late dinner, how about a steak?
Please, no steak. Heartburn.
Oh, hey, maybe we could serve it really rare. Oh, with a side of garlic.
Turning vicious, are we? Maybe she could bring it out with a side order of Wolfsbane?
Hey, now that's nothing to joke about, ain't it?
Well, maybe you can find something lighter on the menu.
Yes, they're not very big eaters. We just came in for a quick bite.
Well, you can't go wrong with pancakes and eggs.
No, it's breakfast food.
It's only a few hours until setup.
I'm not much of a morning person. In fact, there's nothing I find more romantic than the moonlight.
Oh, please.
Well, there's a full moon out tonight. Did you see it?
Don't mind him. I'm sure by the end of the night he'll have a howling good time.
Funny guy.
As for me, I find nothing more romantic than a moonlit stroll. Don't you?
Sure, I guess.
Wonderful. Perhaps later on we could go for a walk in the moonlight.
Or run! Yeah, run! Reeboks.
Are you two runners?
My friend here, he's not as fast as he used to be. But you should see me fly.
Really?
My boyfriend's a runner.
Must we talk about him?
Oh, but he's very generous. He's always giving me things. Like, look at this.
A silver cross!
Please.
What's the matter, right?
Please put it away.
What's wrong, eh?
Him and I, we're very Jewish!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, well, I'm not sorry that you're Jewish. I'm just sorry that I really didn't mean to offend you. Could you just not tell my boss, okay?
Of course not, my child, but perhaps it would be best if you went and attended to your other customers.
Okay, but just let me know if you need anything else.
What we need, we won't get from her.
Isn't that the way it always is? When you think you finally found somebody, it just turns out it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, well, all right. I think I'll say goodbye now.
What, you're leaving already?
Oh, yeah, well, the moon's about to set. I gotta, get home and, change.
Well, it was very good seeing you again, old friend.
Yeah, we have been friends for a while, haven't we? Hey, listen. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you and I, we bit each other?
No. That's a batty idea.
I forget I said anything.
Before you go, I believe I left my wallet in my other cake. I mean, you think you could...
What? Pay for your tomato juice? Oh, this is just like you. Always putting the bite on people. What makes you think I have any money?
What? Not even a little something for the pretty little waitress. What a distressing turn of events.
Hey. Coming here was your idea, not mine.
But if neither of us can pay for the bill, what are we to do?
But, I don't know, she's liable to call the cops. Oh shit, here she comes.
Run.
What? Run for it!
Wait! I didn't get to tell you about the early bird special!
Frankie hungry. Frankie really hungry. Thank you.
Hey, I wanted to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know it kind of went long because we had some added plays at the last second. But of course, the actors appreciate it, the directors appreciate it, I appreciate it. We really want this theater troupe to be successful. And I'm really so glad to see we had a packed house tonight. People were even coming and going and taking seats, and it was just really, really encouraging to see so much support for something like this here, especially with theater. But I wish I could say to my actors one last time to come out and take a big bow, but they are all down in the green room probably chowing away on Chipotle unless somebody's here. Any of the directors and actors here? Can you come on up? Come on up. Come on, anybody, any actors, any more actors or directors in here? Even Wolfman or Dracula, any of those guys? Yeah, can you? Make it quick, Krista. Again, we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It was a really great time. I hope that you guys had as much fun as we did. It's our first time. It'll get better. But on behalf of everybody here, I want to say thanks again for coming out. A lot of people look at me and say, Eric, you did a great job. Make sure you tell them. These are the guys that make the show look so good. They've done a wonderful job because they have class and they have work and they work all around that kind of stuff and they make a really successful production. and let's go. Hurry.
They're on their way.
All right. So the point I want to make is I want to thank them and I want you to give them, please, give them some kind of standing up, all right? Guys, thanks again. We will return in the summer. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you then. Take care.
That's a wrap.
When your major is some sort of creative art, you're going to need to have another release another creative release from your main focus. So theater troupe is how I would always kind of step away in high school from what I was doing and just act. So I think it's very important to for the fellow students here and everyone to kind of get involved and enjoy this theater troupe, and at the same time, good stories. There's always going to be good stories to be told. People respond well to comedy and drama and just different things. So it's good to shake up the Art Institute every now and then and get some laughs on people's faces.
To be honest with you, when I first came here, I never really thought of a theater troupe as something that I would even really take the time to pay attention to. But a lot of what we do at this school kind of revolves around things like this, Like, it would give, not only would it give people that want to try to act and direct things to actually be able to work on, but it would give, like, everything that we would need, like setting up like cameras and the audio equipment and all the things that need to go down to like make these things happen. That would give a lot more people more of an option for something to do, instead of trying to, like find something to do on their own, because that's always kind of rough when you're trying to like find your own thing to do, because unless you got a lot of equipment and people to work with, you're not really going to be able to do much. But this would give somebody that's looking for something to do here at AI, an extra option of something they could do. That's why I'm here. I don't even I'm just doing this because I heard about it, Like I wasn't asked to do it or anything. So I think if it picks up and starts getting bigger, a lot more people would probably do the same thing I did.
The school is named the Art Institute of Ohio Cincinnati, and I find theater, as many people do, to be an art, and a very important one at that. A lot of people come into their field thinking, well, it's just making movies. There's just a big animate button you can push. There's a big make movie button you can push, and it's not. It's structure, and I think the foundation of all of it is theater, is acting. It's theater, it's staging, And all of that goes into theater, and I feel like not only is it important as an art form on its own, but it's excellent to establish, to build up to your actual, to your medium, what you like to work with. So for me, I'm an animator, and staging, camera setting, things like that, they're all very important, but it all comes down to how you present it, how you act, how you work with what you have. And theater it's always been a passion of mine also, so I think it's important on many levels to have that as a good structural foundation for regardless of whatever your field is.
I guess it's important to have a theater troupe because this is an art school and it's a nice extracurricular club that isn't directly related to one of the majors. It's kind of like you can do something different that isn't just a continuation of your classes.
You know, we're an art school that I feel is seriously lacking art in general. And I mean, why not? It's one of the most basic forms of art. I think if a person were to think about art, they would think about theater. Maybe music, maybe other things, but especially theater. And I mean, why not? There's so many people who are interested in it, obviously. And we just had a need to have pride for our school in some way. And this was just it. So I don't know, there's just always a need for art.
Well, for me, I've been in theater since the 9th grade. So, and the fact that I'm a Leo, it's already in me to be dramatic and theatrical. But this school wouldn't give me any film classes. So this is my only outlet for the most part. So I have to, vent, for lack of a better term, in some way. So that's why this theater troupe is important for me.
AI is an art school and theater is a form of art. It's one of the oldest forms of art. Stage acting goes back to, the days of the Greeks and everything. And so I honestly wish they would have a class here that would study theater just in a historical form for that fact, because with the film department, definitely, it's where film and everything got its start. I mean, if we hadn't had theater, there'd never have been film. As far as an extracurricular here, it's great because it gives people a chance to break out and try something new, or go along with something that they've done in the past in high school or something. There's several people here that I know have past theater experience, and it just, like I said, I mean, it gives people something to do and have fun with it.
I believe a theater troupe is important because it's a great way to connect with students around the school, especially students in different majors, especially for the film students, because we need actors, we need crew, so it's good to connect with other people. And it's a great way to experience outside of class or projects dealing to work with cameras or actors or such.
And I think there should be artistic things here. I did theater in high school, I did community theater. It's something I've always been into. My major's animation, but I mean, it connects. So when you come to a school like this, you expect to have like clubs and maybe a theater troupe or something to do after class or even during class that's artistic, because it's the Art Institute. It's expected. So it's really important to have something like this here because it's going to draw more people in, and we're going to become more of an art school instead of a technical school.
I believe that theater is necessary to be at the Art Institute because we're a creative arts school. That means all forms of creativity needs to be here, not just 5, not 6, anything that we can get our hands on. And theater is definitely one that should be here. It's fun, it brings people out and makes them open to new things and new experiences, to meet new people, to network. I mean, it's great. I love it, I love being a part of it.
I think the reason I think the theater troupe is really important is because it gives us as directors, I mean, most of the people going in for digital filmmaking want to be directors or in some form of the production of a film. And I think it gives us a really good sense of how to work with actors. Even though they're not professionals, they're still people, they're still human beings, and you actually have to direct them into acting how you want them to act, how to get into character, how to properly read the lines and remember even memorizing lines, that's a task in itself. And And I mean, it gets you, I mean, it's got even a lot of aspects of film. I mean, you're in front of an audience. You have, I mean, they're critics. They're going to be talking about it. You got to always look good. I mean, you have a producer. My teacher, Eric, he's our producer. I mean, there's a lot of aspects of film in there, and it's going to help me out a lot experience-wise. I mean, I get to know the other people from my degree, see how they're working with their actors, you know, their struggles, their concerns, and how they're overcoming that. And that's going to help me a lot, and I think it's a really great thing. Because when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, theater, what's that got to do with film? And then I got into it, and I'm like, you know what, this is actually going to be really cool.
I believe that a theater troupe is necessary at AI because theater is sort of like an escape for some people. With, you know, people and homework, school, you have the haters and you have the players, and you know, it all gets too much to deal with. So just being able to step back and be like, you know, oh my gosh, I'm in Tahiti. I am a supermodel. And there's my cabana boy. I love his outfit, by the way. You know, you just get to be somebody else pretending that everything is perfect at that time, even if it's not. Being in a creative school, you need something that gives you that outlet of not only what you're being told to do. You know, like, we need this from you, it's this project, you have these stipulations, but theater's all about what you make it. Self-expressionism, you get to literally put however you want yourself viewed at that point in time out there, and nobody looks at you like, wow, that person's freaking crazy. It's, oh, that was really good acting.
You know, one of my directors who directs the play You this weekend, Junior Jackson, had a really great quote on the theater troupe here. I think it's, and I'm going to steal it. She said, I think it's important for the world to see that there's art going on here in addition to the metal and the glass of the buildings and all the technical school atmosphere, that it is an art school. And what encompasses the students to do something like this at an art school other than art? And you know, art is self-expressionism. And this was all born out of effective speaking courses that I teach here at the college. And self-expressionism through effective speaking is an important medium. And really, what is theater other than effective communication and effective speaking? But you get to do it through self-expressionism and the arts. So I think it's very important to have a theater troupe here at AI, because it allows them to experience self-expressionism, to be someone else for a weekend, to act in different roles, to learn different arts. Plus, at the same time, they're organizing. They're learning organizational skills, leadership skills, having to deal with problems, overcome and adapt problems. So I think when you deal with a theater troupe like this at AI, I think it's important to see that you can have a real golden nugget here of self-expressionism, and a way to portray that through the arts is invaluable to any student. I think it's something that it's a definite need. I think every school should have kind of an arts program like that. And here, since we are an art school, it's nice to have a way of expressing that art through effective speaking and through acting. It's just a wonderful way of expressing feelings, art, self-expressionism, all in one big umbrella or bouquet full of magic. It's wonderful to do.